Greetings Diecast Racing Fans, Sharky here and welcome back to Vulcan Raceway. Today sees the semi-final and the grand final of our 2020 truck tournament. We have our four semi-finalists. In a moment we're going to do the draw to see who is going in which race. It will be best of 5 as opposed to best of 3 as it has been in the previous rounds. Before we get down to the draw, let's have a look at the track because there's been a few changes. We now have an electronic finish gate. You'll see a separate video about this that may have gone up by now. We have a few spectators this time, mainly the previous competitors who've been knocked out, some other local talent. Our two reigning champions, our two Top Guns, Elevin and Alistair in his with the Flying Fenman, and Alistair in his Escort. Obviously the police are on site. And here we go, our 4 semi-finalists. Number 9, Junga Fett, driven by Psycho Walker. Number 13, Pick Me Up, driven by Cuboid. Number 14, the MC Truck, driven by Lency. And number 16, Slinky, driven by Slippery Sullivan, the only Matchbox cast through to this stage in the competition. Let's get on with the draw. A bit difficult this time because I don't have any assistants, so having to do this one-handed and film one-handed. First matchup is that one versus that one, which leaves that one versus that one. So we've got number 16 in the left-hand lane versus number 13 in the right-hand lane, number 14 in the left-hand lane versus number 9 in the right-hand lane. So 16 is Slinky, 14 is Lency, 13 is Cuboid, and number 9 is Psycho Walker. So our first semi is number 16 Slinky, driven by Slippery Sullivan, versus number 13 Pick Me Up, driven by Cuboid. Our second semi is the MC Truck, driven by Lency, versus Psycho Walker in Junga Fett. Eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that some of the trucks have now switched garages to indicate where they're going to be racing. So let's talk about in detail a little bit about each of the competitors and how they got to the semi-final. Slinky with Slippery Sullivan in Garage 1. This is cast by Matchbox, weight 30 grams. In round 1 he beat Buffalo, driven by Kev Blokey, which is a zero cast, weighing 32 grams. And in round 2 he beat the number 3 Dale Truck, driven by Mitchell McFarland, a Teamsters cast at 52 grams, the heaviest truck in the competition. This time he's up against Pick Me Up in Garage 2, driven by Cuboid, a Hot Wheels cast, weight 30 grams. In round 1 he beat Vapor, driven by Fearless Ferguson, a Matchbox cast at 32 grams. And in round 2 he beat Gavin, driven by Matthew Harding, a Matchbox cast, again 32 grams. So some would say, given the fact that Pick Me Up has beaten 2 Matchbox casts, that he has an advantage over Slinky, as Slinky has not faced up against a Hot Wheels cast in the competition so far. We shall have to see what happens when we get down to the racing. Our second semi-final is between the orange MC truck, driven by Lency. It's a Hot Wheels cast, weight 35 grams. In round 1 he beat the Butler, driven by Halvardi, a Matchbox cast at 29 grams. In round 2 he beat Tegan, driven by Mark Taylor, again a Matchbox cast and again at 32 grams. This time will be his first time going up against a Hot Wheels cast, and we'll see how he does. And finally, Junga Fett, driven by Psycho Walker, a Hot Wheels cast at 35 grams. In round 1 he beat Chunga's delivery truck, driven by Wallsides Racing's very own Rob Allen. This is a Matchbox cast and it was 31 grams. In round 2 he beat Rocket, driven by Jackstan Jimmy, which is again is a Hot Wheels cast, and that was 39 grams. Looks like it could be fairly even between these two. We shall see what happens when it comes down to the racing. Well, due to problems in testing, we're going to have to switch back to the original finish gate. The reason being is any vehicles with a white or shiny silver underneath are not triggering the brake beam, and I don't have enough time to get things sorted prior to recording this race to make sure that this goes live on the dates that it's supposed to go live on. As such, we're going to use this finish gate for the rest of this tournament. This shouldn't be an issue with the Teamsters tournament because all the Teamsters cars have got black undersides which all work. But then for the next tournament that doesn't have them in, I'll just need to spray paint the bottom of each of the cars, or paint the bottom of the cars matte black so that they then actually trigger. Here we go for the first semi-final. Slippery Sullivan in Slinky in the red lane versus Cuboid in Pick Me Up in the blue lane. 3, 2, 1, race. Oh, red wins there, so that's 1 up for Slippery Sullivan in Slinky. Slinky is 1-0 up. They switch lanes. 3, 2, 1, race. Oh! And it looks like Pick Me Up has there levelled things up, although Slinky seemed to be ahead for most of the race. It's 1 apiece in the best of 5. Slinky is now back in the red lane. 3, 2, 1, race. Close all the way down, and Slinky puts it 2-1 up. It's 2-1 up to Slinky. If Pick Me Up doesn't level it with this one, then he's out. 3, 2, 1, race. And he does, just nosing Pick Me Up. Going into the decider. It's 2 apiece between Slinky and Pick Me Up. This is the final decider of the first semi-final. 3, 2, 1, race. And that was a win there for Slinky. Slinky progresses. Due to our adjudicator noticing that the finish gate had not been reset, we're going to rerun this final decider between Slinky and Pick Me Up. It's 2 apiece. Whoever wins this goes through to the grand final. 3, 2, 1, race. Wow, that was very close all the way down, and it looks like now that Pick Me Up is going through to the grand final. With everything up reset, we're now on to our second semi-final between Lency in the MC truck, which is the orange vehicle, and Psycho Walker in Junga Fett, which is the black vehicle. 3, 2, 1, race. Clear win by Junga Fett there. Junga Fett 1-0 up in this best of 5, second semi-final. 3, 2, 1, race. And Junga Fett goes up 2-0. Psycho Walker in Junga Fett is currently 2-0 up. If he wins this one, that's it. And the MC truck is eliminated. 3, 2, 1, race. And there we go. Junga Fett goes through, 3 and done. So here are your 2 grand finalists. Pick Me Up with Cuboid and Junga Fett and Psycho Walker. Because Psycho Walker went through 3-0, that means he gets his lane choice, and he has chosen a red lane. So he's going to start in the red lane. Pick Me Up will start on the blue lane. Now for the grand final. So here we are with the first race of the grand final. We've got Junga Fett on red, we've got Pick Me Up on blue. 3, 2, 1, race. Pick Me Up got that one nice and clear win. Switch lanes. Lanes are switched. Pick Me Up's now on red. The finish gate is reset. 3, 2, 1, race. That's 2-0 up for Pick Me Up. Wow, that truck's fast. Race 3. Pick Me Up is 2-0 up against Psycho Walker and Junga Fett. Psycho Walker needs to pull this one out, otherwise he's out. Done in the grand final. 3, 2, 1, race. And there we go. Nice clear blue lane win for Pick Me Up. Well done, Cuboid. So that's it, folks. That's all she wrote. Our Truck Tournament 2020 Grand Champion, Cuboid from 4 Cubed Racing, in Pick Me Up, a 1969 Chevy pickup, cast by Hot Wheels, weight 30 grams. Thank you very much for the racing. I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves. Next up, we have a stock Teamsters tournament, which you should be seeing the cars for that. It's an open call. We're looking for 16 drivers to compete. It will take the same format that this tournament has. That will be kicking off next week, I think, on Monday. I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure that you have subscribed to the channel and put the notification bell on so you don't miss any of the Diecast Racing action. And please leave us a comment down in the comments section. Catch you soon.